Hi everypony, my name is Bright Idea, and welcome to my first Top 10 list video. In the MLP fandom, I've noticed many bronies enjoy discussing favorite characters, songs, episodes, or least favorite in these categories, but I felt like doing something a bit different. In this video, I'd like to count down my top 10 favorite one-off characters from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. These are characters that feature in only one episode in the entire 5-season run. Characters that stand out either because of unique character design, memorable personality, or how much they added to the one episode they were in. Screen time doesn't matter. These characters can be on screen less than a minute, or the entire episode. Regardless, these characters deserve to be remembered, and I'm going to give you my reasons why. A few provisos. I've decided to include characters who may make a cameo after the episode they feature, as long as they don't have any lines and aren't part of the main plot. Also, I'm not including characters like King Sombra, Queen Chrysalis, Tirek, or Starlight Glimmer. While these are all terrific one-off villains, they all technically appear in 2 episodes each, so none of them will appear on this list. Neither am I including any characters introduced in Season 5, since it's not yet over, and I hope some pony makes additional appearances in future episodes. With that said, sit back and relax. Here are my top 10 favorite one-off characters of MLP. Number 10. The Diamond Dogs from the episode A Dog and Pony Show. These guys kidnap Rarity so she can use her gem-finding abilities because they eat gems? Like shiny things? I don't know, it's kind of unclear what their motivation is. All I know is they were hilariously bad villains. No matter what the Diamond Dogs try to get Rarity to do what they say, Rarity keeps a level head and turns the situation to her own advantage, whining and complaining all the way until finally they give in. The Diamond Dogs get their name from the 1974 David Bowie album of the same name, and they seem to have taken lessons from the Gollum Smeagol school of acting. They're characters that I personally enjoy seeing get their comeuppance, and the way they handle a hostage like Rarity is just funny. Number 9. Though Coco Pommel didn't have much to say compared to her boss, Suri Polomare, another one-off character, Coco beats out Suri by the sheer fact that she goes through more character development than Suri does.
I've worked for Suri for so long, I started to believe that it really is every pony for herself in this town. Until I saw how generous you were with your friends, and how generous they were with you.
Coco Pommel is on this list because she's adorable, her name is a clever play on real-life fashion legend Coco Chanel, and she learns a valuable lesson from Rarity, thus growing as a character. Plus there was that whole special key thing which added to Season 4's mysterious chest arc, but anyway, I digress. Number 8. Yes, I'm including 2 ponies in the number 8 spot, but how could I possibly separate these two? Rarity's parents are never actually named in the show, but in the MLP collectible card game, their names are Hondo Flanks and Cookie Crumbles. Don't ask me, I don't do the collectible card thing. Anyway, the reason I put Rarity's parents on the list is, well, because they're Rarity's parents. When I first saw them, I immediately thought, how in Equestria would some pony as cultured and sophisticated as Rarity come from, well, these two? This scene alone gives the audience an entire universe of backstory possibilities, given such contrast in personality. Besides Sisterhooves Social, they also show up in Inspiration Manifestation in Season 4, and Rarity's dad, oh, I'm sorry, Hondo Flanks, is seen fishing for a shot in One Bad Apple. They may be short on screen time, but come on. It's Rarity's parents.
I'll have you know that Sweetie Belle here cooked this yummy-looking breakfast all on her own.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's got a cutie mark and fancy cooking by the time we get back from our vacation.
Number 7. At first glance, Trenderhoof is a cardboard cutout shallow hipster pony. His character design and his mannerisms strongly suggest this. However, if you look a bit closer, his personality is actually very interesting. Being a travel journalist, he appreciates the felt sense of any place he visits, whether it be Ponyville's main square or Sweet Apple Acres Farm. After laying eyes on Applejack, he becomes instantly infatuated and becomes the first example since Spike the Dragon of some pony romantically attracted to any of the main 6. Not counting Equestria girls because of reasons. He falls hard and fast, thus he fails to notice Applejack's utter disinterest towards him and Rarity's own crush on him. Because Trenderhoof is so clueless, it's not such a harsh blow when he admits he wants to take Applejack as his date. It's not like he's trying to hurt Rarity's feelings, he just knows what he likes. He even goes so far as wanting to abandon his travel writing career and live on the farm with Applejack, not realizing that he's trying way too hard to impress some pony that just isn't that into him. In the end, he and Rarity both learn the lesson that one shouldn't have to change who they are to such a degree just to impress some pony they like, and that being yourself is the way to make true friends. Trenderhoof is one of the few male characters on this show who is neither bland, evil, stupid, or underdeveloped, but an entirely well-rounded personality in the only episode he's been in. Great job, Josh Haber.
Please, call me Trend.
Number 6. Next we have Fancypants. No, not that Fancypants. Yeah, there we go. First appearing in the episode Sweet and Elite, this charming gentle pony is the epitome of handsome upper class, and he isn't a stuck-up pompous one at that. Ironically enough, Fancypants doesn't actually wear any pants, but the rest of his costume and character design is flawless and breathtakingly handsome by pony standards, and his voice sounds very much like famous British actor John Cleese. I looked it up. Unfortunately, Cleese isn't Fancypants' voice, although I wonder if John Cleese would ever consider doing a character on MLP. I know another certain famous John who plays a well-loved character. Fancypants' influence on ponies around him is obvious, but it's the fact that he never seems to let the attention get to his head and actually gives unpopular or undiscovered things and ponies a chance, unlike some other upper-class twits in this episode. I'm looking at you, Jet Set and Upper Crust. Fancypants, the pony every pony should know.
I say, that's one way to make an introduction.
Number 5. Mares and stallions, fillies and gentle colts, put your hooves together for the one and only motivational minotaur, Iron Will. This half self-help guru, half bull antagonist comes in at number 5 in the countdown for his awesome character design, his strong hyper-assertive personality, and his quirky habits of referring to himself in the third person and spouting rhyming pseudo-inspirational catchphrases. Iron Will is a fascinating one-off character, at least in my opinion, because he completely believes in the methods he's trying to sell to his audiences, going even as far as offering the old 100% satisfaction or money-back guarantee. Unlike a couple other similar characters, Flim and Flam, who are con ponies, plain and simple, selling products they fully realize are either shams or of poor quality. I might have included them on this list had they not shown up in Leap of Faith, as well as Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000. Anyway, in putting your hoof down, Iron Will gives Fluttershy the confidence she needs to not be such a doormat all the time, but it's Fluttershy who takes things too far and surprisingly becomes something of a psychological bully in the process.
I can't believe that the two most frivolous ponies in Ponyville are trying to tell new Fluttershy how to live her life when they are throwing their own lives away on pointless pursuits that no pony else gives a flying feather about!
Yeesh. Any pony else still think this show is just for little girls? In short, Iron Will isn't so much a villain as he is a promoted plot element, but he still is a memorable character with a great strong voice and a great look. Bright idea pities the fool who doesn't get these references.
But I pity the fool who doubts Iron Will's methods.
Number 4. Photofinish, celebrity fashion photographer of Equestria. Her first appearance was in Green Isn't Your Color in Season 1, but she also makes some brief cameos in Sweet and Elite and Rarity Takes Manhattan, and for some reason she's become part of the opening titles as of Season 4. This might be a testament to how much fans of MLP have latched on to Photofinish as a character. Her black, white, pink, and blue color palette, mysterious sunglasses that never come off, similar to Vinyl Scratch come to think of it, her unapologetically fabulous and sharp personality, and her unexplained foreign Germanish accent all flawlessly come together to make one unforgettable pony.
Too much blush. Not enough. Too much. Not enough. Perfect.
Number 3. For number 3, we have Cranky Doodle Donkey from the hilarious Pinkie Pie-centered episode of Friend Indeed. To be honest, I might be a scooch biased towards this episode. This is the one with the smile song after all.
Come on, every pony, smile, smile, smile. Fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is a smile, smile,
Immediately after the stage-stopping song, we and Pinkie are introduced to a wagon-pulling, toupee-toting grouch, and it isn't long before you can predict exactly what happens in the rest of the story. What puts Cranky so high up in this list is the reason that the hilarious chemistry between him and super hyper Pinkie Pie is pure comedic gold. She tries her best to win Cranky over, but Pinkie Pie's usual friendly, fun-loving methods just don't work. The jokes come at a mile a minute, and watching poor Cranky endure Pinkie's increasingly stalkerish attempts at becoming friends with him is priceless. And you can't really blame Cranky for being mad when Pinkie accidentally destroys one of his more precious keepsakes. Plus, Cranky is given a pretty compelling backstory with a quest to find a lost love that happily resolves to a heartwarming conclusion. Besides his appearance in Friend Indeed, Cranky is also seen very briefly in Dragon Quest rowing Spike across a river, but no lines are spoken, so he gets to keep his spot on my list. Only 2 other characters surpass him in my personal rankings. Number 2. Next we have Cheese Sandwich from Pinkie Pride, otherwise known as Weird Al Pony. Come on, do I have to have a reason? It's Weird Al Pony! What makes him such a great one-off character, you might ask? How do I count the ways? His personality is hilarious, over-the-top, funny, and goofy. He can play the accordion, and he carries around a rubber chicken named Boneless. He's the only other pony to compete with Pinkie Pie in party proficiency, and he's voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. Only the funniest, most awesome parody musician in the history of parody musicians? Okay. Forget the fact that he's Weird Al. If you have no idea who Weird Al is, it doesn't even matter, because Cheese Sandwich has more than enough character to satisfy even the grumpiest haters. Just try to keep a straight face during the epic goof-off fight between him and Pinkie Pie.
'Cause I like to make you smile, yes I do. It fills my heart with sunshine all the while, yes it does. 'Cause all I really need is a smile from these happy friends of mine.
That's my song!
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Cheese Sandwich unwittingly teaches Pinkie a valuable lesson in putting your friend's well-being before your own pride, and later confesses that it was Pinkie Pie who inspired him to become a party pony in the first place. Coming to an understanding, Pinkie and Cheese combine forces to throw Rainbow Dash a birthiversary party she won't soon forget. Plus that whole special key thing, Season 4, chest arc, yada yada yada, enough chit-chat. Moving on. And my number 1 favorite one-off character of My Little Pony is Stephen Magnet, from the 2nd episode. I am not kidding. The blonde purple sea serpent from part 2 of Friendship is Magic is my favorite one-off character. He's never actually named in the show, but his name is definitely Stephen Magnet. Here, I have proof. Hey, it makes about as much sense as Hondo Flanks and Cookie Crumbles, but I stand by my choice. This flamboyant sea monster's first and only appearance is truly unforgettable, being one of the strangest and most overly dramatic of the obstacles the main 6 face before the boss battle with Nightmare Moon. Rarity illustrates her element of generosity in a quite unexpected way by cutting off her own fabulous tail to fix Stephen Magnet's impressive illustrious mustache.
Oh, my moustache! How wonderful!
Nothing more needs to be said. I just love saying his name out loud. Stephen Magnet, Stephen Magnet, Stephen Magnet, Stephen Magnet. You're welcome. Those are my favorite one-off characters of My Little Pony. What do you think, dear Bronies and Pegasisters? Are there characters you would have liked to see on this list? What are your top 10? Post any thoughts you may have in the comments below, and I'll do my best to read and respond. Thank you very much for watching and listening to my, wait for it, bright ideas. Until then, see you next time.